方捍卫国家领土主权的决心和意志坚定不移。
तो भूटान की सीमा चल रही थी, हमें कुछ नहीं था। हमारी अपनी सीमा विवाद चल रहा है, उसका हम लोग अपने आप हल कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ट्राई जंक्शन पॉइंट आते ही हमारा हित आता।
Over here the concern is of course the land that has been taken away by China.
In the immediate aftermath of achieving their hard-fought independence, India and China embarked on a journey of mutual respect. Both nations, having triumphed over the yoke of colonial rule, took pride in their non-aligned status, uniting in their unwavering stand against colonialism and imperialism. This shared commitment to fostering a world marked by peaceful diplomacy was exemplified when India championed China's admission to the United Nations in 1949. The zenith of their early friendship was reached in 1954 when they mutually endorsed the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence, an agreement that solidified their shared dedication to diplomatic resolutions. Regrettably, this amicable relationship began to sour during the late 1950s and early 1960s, eventually climaxing in the harrowing Sino-Indian War of 1962. The consequences of this devastating conflict were profound. India relinquished control of the strategically vital Aksai Chin region to China, a territorial dispute that remains unresolved and a source of ongoing friction. The war exposed India's unpreparedness and the lopsided nature of the conflict, leading to a national humiliation and a dent in India's global standing. The war sowed deep and lasting seeds of mistrust towards China in Indian foreign policy, especially concerning border issues. This mistrust continues to shape India's approach to its northern neighbor. India embarked on significant military reforms, aiming to modernize and fortify its armed forces. The experience of the war highlighted the need for a more robust and well-equipped military to defend nations' interests. India sought closer alliances with both the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War, partly in response to China's escalating regional influence. A renewed emphasis on strengthening the country's defense capabilities, enhancing intelligence and security agencies, and bolstering overall infrastructure emerged. Recognizing the imperative need for the better border infrastructure, India invested significantly in constructing roads, airfields, and military facilities to bolster its defensive capabilities along the disputed border. The war underscored the paramount importance of peaceful conflict resolution. Even in the presence of lingering border disputes, India has continued to seek diplomatic solutions to the border dispute with China, even though a comprehensive resolution remains elusive. The conflict left an indelible mark on India's role within the non-aligned movement and its interactions with neighboring nations, profoundly affecting border security and India's foreign policy. Despite the acrimony, India and China embarked on a journey of reconciliation in the ensuing decades. The year 1976 witnessed a significant milestone when both countries exchanged ambassadors after a prolonged hiatus. The thaw in relations was catalyzed in 1988 by the historic visit of Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi to China, resulting in significant accords concerning trade and economic collaboration. The 1990s and 2000s witnessed robust economic growth for both India and China, fostering increased trade and investment between the two nations. However, this period of prosperity also intensified competition as both nations aspired to extend their influence regionally and globally. The Doklam Plateau standoff in 2017, set against the backdrop of the Himalayas, constituted another chapter in this intricate relationship. While the standoff was ultimately resolved through diplomatic channels, it accentuated the persistent undercurrents of tension in India-China relations. In June 2020, a tragic confrontation unfolded in the Galwan Valley, marking the most substantial loss of life in India-China relations since the 1962 war, further straining their ties. The ever-changing dynamics of India-China relations are attributable to numerous factors. China's meteoric ascent as a global economic and military powerhouse has raised concerns in India, particularly about China's regional and global influence. The persistence of multiple unresolved border disputes continues to be a central source of contention, serving as a continuous source of friction in their relationship. India and China engage in a perpetual competition for resources and regional sway, especially in regions like South Asia, Central Asia, and the Indian Ocean. India's participation in the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, Quad, perceived by China as a containment strategy, introduces a strategic divergence that further complicates their relationship. The future of India-China relations stands uncertain. Both nations find themselves deeply enmeshed in a relationship characterized by both collaborative endeavors and confrontational standoffs. Prudent diplomacy is of paramount importance in maintaining stability in one of the world's most critical bilateral relationships. This intricate narrative serves as a testament to the pivotal junctures that have indelibly shaped the India-China relationship since their respective declarations of independence in 1947. Looking ahead, the path remains uncertain, underscoring the necessity of diplomatic vigilance in preserving stability in one of the world's most consequential bilateral relationships. Thank you.